Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So of course, in this video, I want to talk about Bitcoin because some major news did in fact happen just now, actually, literally a few minutes ago. Okay, so I really want to talk about it in this video. You guys can obviously see by the title what it is, and of course, by the title of this video what I'm going to be talking about, and it's looking pretty bullish for Bitcoin. So real quick, Bitcoin is still at $30,000. Bitcoin has in fact been consolidating at this level for quite some time. Now we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin touch above $31,000, but after that it does in fact have a small correction down to the downside. Okay, so overall you guys can clearly see Bitcoin for the past few days has in fact been consolidating. Okay, and I've told you guys this many times. Okay, it could continue to consolidate in the next few days, but very soon I really do believe a week or two, right, we will potentially see Bitcoin have another rally up to the upside, breaking $31,000 officially, and reaching back up to $32,000, 33, and then of course $35,000, which is all the way up here. I think that's very, very possible for Bitcoin. Or we could potentially see Bitcoin have a correction down to the downside. Okay, time will tell. We will see. But personally, guys, I think we will in fact see Bitcoin continue to rally up to the upside. Time will tell. We will see. Now the market today, not much movements. Okay, you guys can clearly see that overall the market is down 1%. Bitcoin and Ethereum for the past 24 hours is down 1% as well. And you guys can clearly see other altcoins in the market are in fact having a slight drop for the past 24 hours. So yes, overall, the market today is not looking pretty good. It's down, 1%. But in my opinion, right, everything's still holding up very, very well. Okay, we are in fact seeing some small corrections, and that is it, right? Everything's still holding up very well. So this is what I want to talk about. Very, very exciting. Michael Saylor, okay, the CEO of MicroStrategy. And we know MicroStrategy is in fact one of the largest companies that are in fact buying into Bitcoin, okay, accumulating into Bitcoin and holding Bitcoin. Okay, is literally the largest company out there, right, in the market that's holding Bitcoin, literally. Okay, so this literally just came out literally a few minutes ago. Okay, like less than 30 minutes. Okay, so you guys can clearly see MicroStrategy has acquired an additional over 12,000 BTC, right? 12,333 Bitcoins, okay, for 347 million at an average price of $28,136 per Bitcoin as of the 27th of June this year in 2023, of course. Okay, and we know MicroStrategy, okay, like I said, they are in fact the biggest company out there in the market that holds Bitcoin. Okay, it's literally the largest company out there that holds Bitcoin. In total, they are holding right now 152,333 Bitcoins. Let me repeat that: 152,333 Bitcoins in total. That is absolutely insane. And yes, MicroStrategy is still continuing, right, to buy Bitcoin, right? They just literally bought 12,333 more Bitcoins. They need to slow down, right? They need to slow down because they are not stopping. Okay. So MicroStrategy, okay, is buying more. Okay, and of course Michael Saylor, we know he's obviously a Bitcoin maximus. Michael Saylor, right, almost every single day, right, he always tweets about Bitcoin. He always posts, photos of Bitcoin, right? So if I go to his, Twitter account, you guys can clearly see. If I go to media, you guys can clearly see he always posts photos of Bitcoin, right? Keep the Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin is digital property. Totally agree. Okay, congratulations to this baby on your Bitcoin baby. Like, you guys get the gesture, right? He always posts photos related to anything that's Bitcoin. You guys can clearly see that. So obviously Michael Saylor is a big believer of Bitcoin. We know that, right? And he's obviously a Bitcoin maximus. Okay, he really is, right? I don't think Michael Saylor, like when he's investing into crypto, the only thing he's really focusing on is Bitcoin. That's it. I don't think Michael Saylor is even buying Ethereum, right? He's literally just buying Bitcoin. That is literally it, right? So that's that, right? MicroStrategy just bought additional of over 12,000 Bitcoins, which is absolutely amazing. And now they have a total of over 152,000 Bitcoins. Okay, now they're holding over 100,000 Bitcoins. Okay, $150,000 sorry, 150,000 Bitcoins. I can't talk today, right? But yes, the top 10 public companies with the biggest Bitcoin portfolios, okay, you guys can clearly see right here in this article, is MicroStrategy. Okay, they're obviously the largest one, like I told you guys, right? And second is, let's see here, Galaxy Digital Holdings. Okay, they're in fact the second largest company that's holding Bitcoin. But first is MicroStrategy. Okay, and obviously we know Michael Saylor himself is obviously accumulating Bitcoin as well. And I told you guys this many times, right? I told you guys this many times. Please, please just accumulate one full Bitcoin. If you guys are watching this video right now and you haven't accumulated one full Bitcoin just yet, please have that goal. Have this goal for this year in 2023. Promise me you guys will have that goal of accumulating and owning one full Bitcoin, because I've been begging guys ever since I started this YouTube channel right early of 2022. I've been begging guys ever since then to adopt one full Bitcoin, to accumulate one full Bitcoin, to own one full Bitcoin, because this one full Bitcoin, right, if you store it away, you keep it somewhere safe, you hold it for long term, it will in the future potentially, right, long term, will potentially make you have some type of wealth, make you a millionaire, and have freedom in life in a way, because we know Bitcoin is going to be worth not just $1 million, but millions of dollars per Bitcoin in the future, right? I've been telling us that many times. And over the years, we know, right, Bitcoin has only been around for, 13 years, over 13 years now, right? So we are still in its early stages. A lot of people think it's too late to invest into Bitcoin or even talk about Bitcoin, right? Because of the Bitcoin price. But trust me, guys, Bitcoin is going to go way higher than where it is right now. We're at 30K, right? As of from this video, Bitcoin's coming at $30,000. It's going to go way higher than that. We know the halving is about to happen, and we're going to see Bitcoin reach 100K, 200K, and most likely way higher than that in the next bull market. Call me crazy, but I've been mentioning this many times, and I think that's a very realistic price target for Bitcoin to hit in the next bull market, right? So over the years, okay, the Bitcoin population has in fact been growing. A lot more people have obviously been buying into Bitcoin. You guys can clearly see 2009, obviously not a lot of people were in fact buying into it. 2013, still not a lot of people. 2017, that's when things really started to change for Bitcoin. 2017, that's when we actually saw Bitcoin reach a crazy price target of $19,000, right? Who remembers that year in 2017, right? That's when a lot of people were actually FOMOing in to Bitcoin and buying into Bitcoin, right? And a lot of people were in fact starting to, talk about Bitcoin. Okay, it was literally that year in 2017. And now 2024, right? Soon enough, okay, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, and the year goes on, right? 2030, 2040, 2050, and more, right? The population for Bitcoin is going to get more and more higher. Okay, new investors, new adopters, right? More institutions and banks will start, coming into this crypto space, right? And they already are. Okay, many institutions, major institutions, and of course banks are already coming into Bitcoin and crypto in general, right? In this space, and that's why we aren't seeing Bitcoin pump for the past few months, right? So the population for Bitcoin will start growing globally around the world. A lot more people will start investing in it. A lot more people will use it for payments and whatnot, right? Because we know Bitcoin mainly for its transactions. So that is why, guys, I'm very bullish for Bitcoin. So let me just turn this off. But yeah, it's gonna keep growing, right? The population for Bitcoin, okay, the community for Bitcoin will grow over time. Okay, just give it another 10 years and you guys will see. Everyone will just be talking about Bitcoin, and you guys will see that everyone will start using Bitcoin as money, right? A lot of people nowadays use debit cards and credit cards, PayPal, Apple Pay to pay for things, but I feel like Bitcoin and crypto will most likely replace all that in the future. Okay, a lot of people nowadays don't use fiat money, cash to pay for things. We mainly use debit cards or credit cards or Apple Pay, digital things, right? And that's exactly what Bitcoin and crypto is, right? Pretty much digital money. Okay, so I really do believe crypto, especially Bitcoin, is in fact the future of money. Mark my words. But yes, buying one Bitcoin. I've showed you guys this photo before. I'm going to show you guys it again because it's going to be very true in the future, right? Buying one Bitcoin in 2050 will be like this. 2050, okay, for all the people out there that's wondering, Is it too late to invest into Bitcoin right now? No, it's not. I told you guys that many times. Bitcoin right now, like I said, as I'm from this video, is coming out $30,000 per Bitcoin, right? Now, we know where Bitcoin is going to be heading in the next few years, especially long term, right? 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, we know it's going to be worth not just $1 million, but millions of dollars per Bitcoin. So imagine buying one full Bitcoin for, let's just say $1 million. Let's just start there. Imagine how much harder that will be to accumulate one full Bitcoin, comparing it to where it is now, right? Buying one full Bitcoin is like pretty much buying a brand new car, like buying a brand new Toyota, right? So if you really think about it, right, if you slowly DCA into Bitcoin, you will get there, guys. You will eventually accumulate one full Bitcoin. I remember, guys, when I started investing into Bitcoin, I was like, I want to have that goal of accumulating one full Bitcoin, and I'm gonna get there. So every single time, guys, I was working, okay, I would try to, my best to work overtime, right, to get that money so I can, DCA and accumulate and invest that money into Bitcoin, right? I was simply just dollar cost averaging, right? Pretty much like every week. Every single time I got paid from work, I would invest like 90% of that into Bitcoin because I wasn't using anything for my money anyways, right? Majority of the time. So I would rather invest it, right? And this was a couple of years ago, okay? I'm 24 now. At that time, I believe I was like, I think 20 or 21, okay? I just kept slowly DCAing into Bitcoin. And then literally a few months later, like 5 months later, I finally accumulated my full Bitcoin. And guess what? I didn't stop there. I kept going, right? So if you're watching this video right now and you want to have that goal of accumulating one full Bitcoin, please, okay, please continue to do that, right? Continue to do that. And guess what? If you do eventually reach one full Bitcoin, your first ever Bitcoin, go for the next one. Go for 2 Bitcoins, 5 Bitcoins, right? 10 Bitcoins, 20 Bitcoins, 50 Bitcoins, 100 Bitcoins. Accumulate as much Bitcoins as you possibly can. And that way you will be more wealthy in the future. But guess what? Guess what, guys? All you need is just one full Bitcoin. Hold it for long term. And I promise you, okay, that Bitcoin, this one full Bitcoin that you have, in fact, accumulated, right, throughout these years, will potentially make you have some type of wealth, make you, a millionaire and have freedom. Okay, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research, but I really do believe this is very, very possible. So for the people out there that are wondering, how many Bitcoins should I own to become a millionaire? Just one Bitcoin, right? Hold it long term, put it somewhere safe. I highly suggest you guys to store that one Bitcoin in a hard wallet. Do not keep it in a crypto exchange. I repeat, do not keep it in a crypto exchange. Store it, transfer it into a hard wallet, something like a ledger. That's personally what I use, and it's very, very safe. It's offline. Everything is offline, right? So that's that, guys. So it's going to be harder, right? Only 0.27%, okay? 0.27% of the global population can own one Bitcoin each. Just think about that. 0.27% of the global population can own one Bitcoin each, guys. Just think about that. Bitcoin is obviously the most scarce asset out there. There's not many of it. There's, obviously Bitcoin has a supply limit of 21 million. Just remember, throughout these years, millions of Bitcoins have in fact been lost forever. Around, like, I want to say 4 to 5 million Bitcoins have been lost forever. So realistically, we have around 16 million Bitcoins left, right, in existence, which makes it even more scarce, right? 21 million was already scarce itself. Okay, we now have, right, around 16 million or so Bitcoins in existence because, around 5 million have in fact been lost forever. So just think about that, right? Just think about that. Low supply, the demand is high, and it will just keep rising, right? Low supply, demand is high. So the price will eventually keep rising for Bitcoin. And remember, guys, a lot more addresses, Bitcoin addresses, are in fact holding one full Bitcoin, over one Bitcoin. And they're not selling it. They're simply holding it, right? So just think about that, guys. Okay, the price will jump like crazy. Okay, and do the math. 8 billion people. Okay, 8 billion. Let me repeat this. This is very important now. 8 billion people live on Earth. We know that. 8 billion people, and there's only 21 million Bitcoins. Like I said many times, there's less than that now, right? Because millions of Bitcoins have in fact been lost, right? So realistically, we have less than 21 million. Okay, so obviously not everyone can own a Bitcoin, one full Bitcoin. So if you're watching this video right now and you own one full Bitcoin, you're pretty much in the 1%. Okay, hold that one Bitcoin, guys, right? And guess what? If you own one full Bitcoin, like so many times, Go for the next one. Go for your second Bitcoin. Go for your third Bitcoin. Go to your fifth Bitcoin, to your 10th. Keep stacking Bitcoin, guys. Don't stop, right? Don't stop. Keep going, right? Just like what MicroStrategy is doing and Michael Saylor himself, right? So not everyone in the world can own a full Bitcoin, okay? Obviously, it's going to be extremely rare. It's going to be more rare in the future for people to own one full Bitcoin, right? So just think about that. 8 billion people, okay, that live on Earth, and there's only 21 million Bitcoins. Do the math, right? And let's just put it in another perspective. All the millionaires in the world is around over 60 million people that are in fact millionaires. Not even all the millionaires can own one full coin. Just think about that. That's how scarce Bitcoin is, guys. Okay, simple math. Very, very simple. Okay, we know Cathie Wood, okay, she's very, very bullish on Bitcoin, and she keeps mentioning that it will eventually reach $1 million. Okay, in the year 2030, right? She actually says it right here. If I can find it. It's somewhere here, but she does mention it that it will reach it in 2030. Okay, I can't seem to find it. Okay, I can't find it, but Cathie Wood, we know, she has in fact said in an interview, a couple of months ago, okay, that, we will in fact see a $1 million Bitcoin by the year 2030, which is literally less than 7 years from now, right? And that still remains unchanged. She still thinks and believes that we will in fact see a $1 million Bitcoin, right, by 2030. So that's why I really do believe in 2025, we will easily see Bitcoin over 200K, right? If Bitcoin is going to be reaching $1 million by 2030, by 2025, we got to see Bitcoin like at least at over 200K or even at 300K, right? So just think about that, guys. Okay, so Cathie Wood is obviously very, very bullish with Bitcoin, okay, and she still believes that Bitcoin will eventually reach $1 million less than 7 years from now, right, in the year 2030. So very, very bullish, guys. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Like I said, MicroStrategy has in fact bought more Bitcoin today, and that's what we all should be doing. We should be stacking just like what Michael Saylor is doing, and of course, the company MicroStrategy, what they're doing right now, they are in fact accumulating more Bitcoin. They bought over 12,333 Bitcoins, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, so they need to slow down. I ain't gonna lie, right? They're literally buying all the Bitcoins out there, and this is how they are obviously very, very bullish with Bitcoin because they know why Bitcoin was in fact created at the first place, right? So just think about that. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I really would appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a blessed day, guys.